Rebuttal to the claim. You can't prove moral realism is true, and it doesn't matter if it isn't because people already act like it is. The assertion that you can't prove moral realism is true fundamentally misunderstands the nature of moral realism and the framework within which moral philosophy operates. Moral realism posits that there are objective moral facts, independent of human beliefs or perceptions. While it is true that moral realism, like many philosophical positions, cannot be proven in the empirical sense akin to scientific facts, it can be robustly defended through rational argumentation and philosophical reasoning. Moral realism and rational justification. Philosophical defense. Just because something cannot be empirically proven does not mean it lacks rational justification. Many foundational aspects of human knowledge, including mathematics, logic, and even the scientific method itself, rely on axiomatic beliefs that are not empirically provable. Similarly, moral realism can be defended through a variety of philosophical arguments, such as the argument from moral intuition, the consistency of moral experience, and the argument from moral progress. Intuitive appeal. Moral realism aligns with our deepest moral intuitions. When we declare certain actions, like torturing innocent children, as objectively wrong, we appeal to a sense of moral truth that transcends cultural and individual subjectivity. Denying moral realism undermines these powerful and near-universal intuitions, which form a core part of our moral experience. Moral discourse and disagreement. The very fact that we engage in moral discourse and argue about moral issues presupposes a belief in objective moral standards. If moral relativism were true, such disagreements would be pointless, as there would be no objective standard to appeal to. The existence of widespread moral debate suggests that people inherently believe in and seek objective moral truths. The practical implications of moral realism. Guidance and accountability. Moral realism provides a framework for guiding behavior and holding individuals accountable. If moral truths are objective, then there is a basis for critiquing unjust practices and advocating for moral progress. Without objective morality, moral critiques become mere expressions of personal or cultural preference, losing their normative force. Moral progress. The concept of moral progress assumes that there are better and worse ways of organizing society and treating individuals. Historical movements, such as the abolition of slavery and the advancement of civil rights, are often seen as progress precisely because they are believed to align more closely with objective moral truths. Addressing the "it doesn't matter" claim. Undermining moral authority. The claim that it doesn't matter if moral realism is true because people already act like it is problematic. Acting as if something is true when it is not undermines the authority and coherence of moral claims. If people act morally only out of social conditioning or self-interest rather than recognition of objective moral truths, this weakens the foundation of moral obligations and duties. Consistency and integrity. Acting as if moral realism is true while denying its truth leads to a form of cognitive dissonance. It suggests a lack of integrity in our moral thinking and creates a gap between our actions and our beliefs. For moral actions to be genuinely virtuous, they must be grounded in a belief in their objective rightness, not merely in social conformity or pragmatic concerns.